Welcome to start class 7 civics chapter number 1, and that is on equality. In the previous book we have seen some key pillars of the democratic government, and under this heading we have seen many things like people's participation and conflict resolution, equality and justice. So in this chapter we would be watching about only equality. So our first heading is right to vote, equal right to vote. The Constitution has given right to every Indians at the age of 18 and 18 plus the right to vote. By this, Indian Constitution ensures that all the Indians are equal, all the citizens are equal, and it is called universal adult franchise. So what is universal adult franchise? The right to vote at the age of 18 and 18 plus. It is called universal adult franchise. By universal adult franchise, every Indian get right to vote, either they belong from any caste, any religion, any class, if they whatever language they have, whatever skin color, wherever they have born, either male or female, everyone has right to vote. So by this we came to understand that everyone is equal, but in the society different form of inequality are found. As we have seen that Mr. and Mrs. Ansari, that when they went to hire the room, the landlady told, firstly, after watching the room, Ansari became ready to hire the room, and the lady was also in mood to give the room to the Ansaris for the rent. But when she asked the name, she denied to give the room on the rent to Mr. and Mrs. Ansari. Why? Because of their religion. When she came to understand that he is Muslim, she denied to give the room to him. So, and what was her excuse? That I don't give my room, my quarter to anyone, my flat to anyone, those who consume non-vegetarian. And she told that in my building everyone is vegetarian. And same moment they surprise on one thing, that on the same moment Mr. and Mrs. Ansari smell they smell that fish is being cooked inside of the room. On the neighbor's room, the smell of fish was coming. So they understood that they will not give the room only due to my religion. So now second example is Valmiki. Valmiki was discriminated or not treated equally only due to his caste. He was from the Dalit caste, from the lower caste. When he went to the school, teacher did not allow him to sit with the student. Teacher told to sit near the door. He was sitting near the door, and even teacher and headmaster forced him to sweep the room, to sweep the school, only due to his caste. So we have seen here that the two inequality and discrimination which has been mentioned here, that were number 1, Valmiki due to his caste, and Mr. Ansari due to his religion. And many more forms of inequalities are found in the society. These two are only example. And our next heading is recognizing dignity. Dignity means glory, respect. We have seen that when Mr. Ansari was told not to provide the room, so here his dignity was hurted because of unequal treatment. And same with Mr. Valmiki. When Valmiki was not allowed to sit with the children, he was forced to sit near the door. So by this his dignity was hurted. He was not treated equally here and he was discriminated. And one third example is given in the book from the movie Diwar, that one child was sitting in the movie on the near the road, and one person came from the car and he asked him to polish the shoe. When the child polished the shoe, the rich person threw the coin for the child, and that child told that take the money back and give it in my hand. And then that rich person became angry. Then why you are doing so? The child told, I have done the work honestly, so you give the coin honestly in my hand. And he told, if you will give the money in this way, my dignity is being hurted. And now next heading is equality in the Indian Constitution. Equality in Indian democracy. Our Constitution recognizes that every citizen, every person are equal. Either they are male, female, they belong from any caste, any religion, either they are tribes or citizen, urban, educated or non-educated, rich or poor, they all are equal according to Constitution. Before our Constitution, there was no law. Before our Constitution, there was no law to stop the discrimination, to stop the ill treating of one person by the other person. Recognition of equality include under some of the provision, which are, number one is everyone is equal before the law. Before the law, every person is equal. And second is no one can be discriminated. No one can be discriminated on the basis of their religion, their race, caste, place of birth, gender, etc. And third one is everyone has access to the all public places like parks, hotels, etc. No one can stop any person, those are from the lower caste, either poor or female. Everyone has equal right to go. And fourth is everyone can use publicly available things like wells, roads. No one can stop anyone to use these all the things. And the last is untouchability has been abolished, had been stopped, has been declared as illegal offense. Government tried to implement equality in the society in two ways. Number one, by the law, and second is by the government programs, by the government schemes like midday meal scheme. By midday meal scheme, government has proved, the government has shown that everyone is equal before the law. Why? Because the people, those who are not allowed to eat by sitting at the same place, the upper caste and the lower caste, the people were not allowed to sit at the one place and eat the food, either to do anything together. So in this way, now upper caste and lower caste, everyone is sitting together. Everyone used to sit together and they have meal. And they have same meal. Whatever is provided to the upper caste people, rich people, Same is provided to the lower caste people, poor people, male, female, everyone is provided midday meal. In midday meal, same thing. Midday meal scheme was first started in Tamil Nadu, and after that in 2001, government asked to all the state to start this scheme as soon as possible. And there were many benefit. There are many benefit of midday meal. Number one, suppose if a poor child came into the school and he don't have food, he has not taken food. If a Dalit child came to school and he don't have food, he has not taken breakfast at home, his stomach is hungry. So in the hungry condition, what will be the condition? He will not concentrate. So when midday meal is provided, so after taking lunch, he will pay concentration 100% to the teacher, and he will get whatever is being taught in the class. And second, the poor ladies, those are working here and there, those are going here and there for the work, domestic works or some others. Now they are not forced to come back and make food in the lunch for their children. Why? Because when the midday meal was not provided, earlier in primary school, children used to go back to the home for the lunch. So that was any other disadvantage also, that some of the children do not return to school after the lunch taking at home. When they take lunch at home, most of the students did not return to the school. But now the student, there is no need to go to the children back to the home for the lunch and come back to the school. So by midday meal scheme, government has maintained equality, and equality is not available only in India. Next heading is issues of inequality in other democratic countries. Inequality and discrimination is being done in many of the democratic countries. You can take example of USA. In USA, there is discrimination between blacks and white American person and African American person. There is much discrimination. The white person was discriminating the black African American persons. Even they did not allow them to drink water from the same tap from where American used to drink. And black African American person were not allowed to sit in the bus if one white American is standing. They used to force them to stand until the last white person will get the seat. So what happened in 1955? In 1955, one lady, Rosa Parks, she was coming back from the job. So she got the seat in the bus. She was sitting, and one white person came and he forced her to stand. Why? Rosa Parks was black African American and that was white. So she was forced to leave the seat. So she rejected. She refuses. She told, why I will stand? I am also a human being. So this thing led a movement. And this movement became famous with civil right movement. And in 1964, Civil Rights Act was passed in America, by which no one was allowed to discriminate anyone on the basis of their color or anything else. So nowadays, very big challenge is there for the government to create the atmosphere that every person are equal. Why? In the constitution it is there that everyone is equal, but it is in the constitution. In the mind of the people, what is there? that people is not equal. It will take little time, so government should always try to remove from the people's mind that any one of the people is inferior and they are superior. By this we came to end of this chapter. Thank you.